I can't wait till tomorrow. Where he go? You learned us something today. We need to stop listening to tradition. That's something, isn't it? All these years, I'm not going to tell you how young I am because I don't want nobody to get mad at here. But all these years, I've always heard that. And hearing it in a different light on this evening, thank you for that. Didn't I say you all we were in for a treat today? New beginnings. So all things are passed away and now we can walk forth in truth, right? All right. We're going to have our, now I should have my husband come up here and introduce him because this gentleman here and my husband happen to be from the same city. And can't nobody talk about him better than him because they grew up together. They went to school together. So let's see what Mr. Hassan has to say about our brother.
An awesome guy. Always. Whenever we had anything going on in school, dealing with music, he was doing that same thing right there without a laptop. You know, Kale is also a very spiritual person who loves God and loves community and the youth. He actually has some technology for learning that's absolutely outstanding. I don't know why they're not using more of it, but it's awesome. It's awesome. It helps kids learn through music. So, and also he's one hell of a producer. I don't know why we haven't done a song yet, but
no, he said them have a song.
Yeah, it's coming out in 2026. Called Him and Me.
That's right. Go ahead.
But yeah, we go way back from chilling in high school and making it out of that jungle of a place. I try to spend most of my time on the higher level floors, stay out of trouble with nerds. That's what I was.
So where was Kale?
He was everywhere, up there, down there, he was everywhere. He's everywhere. But I tried my best. I wanted to be up there with the scary kids, the ones who feared God. But you have a bio right there.
We just gonna go ahead on and.
You got a bio right
I have a bio. Okay.
there.
Y'all gonna make me read tonight?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh Lord. Okay. Y'all wasn't prepared for this today, was you? Neither was I. Let's see. You gonna turn the music on me? Okay. This thing long too.
Come on.
Okay. K.O. is a native of Montgomery, Alabama. He is also a multi-platinum Grammy-nominated producer who lives by the motto, don't just be successful, be significant.
Yeah.
I like that, K.O. Do what you do and make sure that when you do what you do, you leave an impression. All right now. With over 30 million combined records sold, K.O. has turned the sound of hip-hop music by producing sounds and melodies that cross various genres of music. Okay. He has also positioned himself as a major player in the music industry while maintaining full control of his production and publishing. This is almost unheard of in the music industry. K.O. has brought the world mega hits such as T.I.'s Why You Wanna and R. Kelly's Double Up. Okay, I learned something new tonight.
Those are two classics.
Yeah.
Those are two classics.
All right now. Additionally, K.O. has produced for several major recording artists. Some of these artists include T.I., Ruben Studdard, Little Kim, R. Kelly, Pharrell Williams, Young Jeezy, Snoop Dogg, Ludacris, Young Dro, Chingy, Young Jock, Paul Wall from Memphis, ain't he?
No.
Texas, he from Texas? Okay. And Trick Daddy. In 2009, K.O. produced records on the Rick Ross album, Deeper Than Rap, and in 2010, he produced records on Ludacris' Battle of the Sexes album. Both albums were #1. And so we can go on and on and on because he has a long list of accolades. But on a personal note, I can tell you that he is an upstanding guy, and his music is legendary, and it will live on and on and on after we're gone. At this moment, I'm going to yield the floor and turn it over to Dr. Kevin K.O.K.
All right, what's happening? How everybody doing? Man, it's weird standing up here with somebody talking about you. I'm a humble servant, and I'm just grateful to be here. I want to show you guys a quick video before we get into our panel and really get to having some fun in here. So I want to share this quick 3-minute video that talks about my nonprofit, Bridge the Gap, and just the great work we've been working on in kingdom building. And let's check it out.
The illustration of hip hop, you know, and he also made your favorite record, Rick. Why you want to go do that? Right. By T.I. He also did joints for Ludacris, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, and more. But right now, man, he's doing it for the babies.
Multi-platinum Grammy-nominated super producer.
He's now combining his passion for music and kids with an educational tool. Please welcome Dr. Kevin K.O.
Yes! Yeah! Come on,
Kevin Case, who's like the incredible brain behind putting this program together. Yes, give it up for K.O.
My dad would always say, don't just be successful, be significant and leave a legacy behind. After his passing, I went on a quest to see how can I become significant. And we have been able to do so many great things when it comes to serving our communities and making a difference. Bridge the Gap tackles the heart. It helps our youth persevere through whatever problems they're facing at home, or in schools, or peer pressure, or whatever they're dealing with in their community.
In both ways, we've taken each other under our wing. I like to say that I just took him under my wing, but he did the same for me. Just to give you a little bit of background, he was telling me all about Bridge the Gap.
B.L.A.C.K and the Bridge the Gap organization has done a wonderful job in finding creative and interesting ways to get the young people to take a much greater interest in their own education.
Bridge the Gap, a nonprofit organization that's doing some really great things for the communities throughout the United States. Well done.
This textbook right here needs to be in your class.
And that's exactly what K.O. is all about. It's about being bold and relevant and making change and bringing more hope to our kids.
K.O. Prince and Bridge the Gap has made an amazing impact on my life.
The Bridge the Gap movement is our 501c3 nonprofit. We've been around for over 10 years, servicing the communities throughout the U.S. and abroad.
He loves the kids and he's just a passionate person, and so he did tracks to every single one of the lessons and everything that's in the curriculum, and me and him teach the lesson in the class, and you know it's kind of gone all over the U.S. now, and you know we want kids to go to the website if they want it in their school, to just say, hey, we want it in our school, and we can get it to you. So and it's important, you know, we need that. Like as young people, there's just so many things we go through that can just really break our spirit.
These are textbooks. They have topics in here like bullying, gang violence, self-esteem, drug abuse, self-determination, and patience.
And death, because a lot of our youth don't know how to deal with losing loved ones. And what's so amazing about Bridge the Gap is we actually teach character building and life skills through hip hop music. The Bridge the Gap course is an online course. Along with each chapter, there's 12 chapters and there's 12 songs for each chapter. There's an overview chapter that explains why this characteristic trait is important to have in their life. And then there's a solution segment that actually gives them a blueprint of how to persevere through the problems they face. Bridge the Gap has been an icebreaker amongst households when it comes to the parents relating to the children.
Not only impact the lives of the youth, but also open up the lives of, adults, let them see the way we feel.
It's also stopped numerous of gang wars, suicides. There's so many stories, so many success stories of students who was going one direction, but after using Bridge the Gap is literally excel with their master degrees and doing great things in their career. And we're just happy to be a part of the solution.
Crack y'all, next up, give a big shout out to the Bridge the Gap.
And on behalf of Bridge the Gap,
The solution is here, you need to bridge the gap.
Let's continue to support the movement. Step your game up, get involved. It's an amazing organization.
I also want to encourage all of my sponsors to continue to donate to this cause.
There's a solution. The solution is here. Bridge the gap.
Bridge the Gap.
Bridge the Gap.
Bridge the gap.
Bridge the Gap is a movement, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
You're not a part of the solution.
All right. Thank you guys, thank you. So, this is a very great thing. Just stop that. I'm excited about this because my album has not been released yet. So you guys are going to be the first to hear some of the great things that's happening. And I'm going to break down to you, after doing Bridge the Gap and a lot of other things, like curriculum, which is my actually K through 12, I produce music in math, science, social studies, and English and turned it into music videos. So we have kids learning through hip hop, K through 12, everything. Literally, it's over 650 songs. As well as that, I created something called Cool AR for the young kids, to where when they aim their phone at the book comes to life and these cartoon characters dance along as they're learning their counting and phonics. And we have 3-year-olds doing timetables, so it's really amazing with the things that I've been blessed to God allow me to do on that side. And I'm going to tell you there's a lot of other things that I do. I have a film company called KMG Films, so it's a 30,000 square foot film facility. I rent a lot of my movie equipment, which I've been able to acquire over 50 million in camera equipment. So I rent to Tyler Perry and other people on the film side. And in the midst of that all came with just trying to create opportunities for these kids that came to me saying, "K.O., thank you, you helped me work through these problems, but how do I get money? My mom's on crack. I don't know my dad. What can I do?" So I began to create different businesses. I created a trucking company where we've helped kids get their CDLs. We have a couple of spas here in Georgia where we've helped young ladies become estheticians and things like that. So there's a lot of things going on. And what brings this album, though, it's called Human. And this album is an album for men, mental health, and just the things that we deal with and persevere through as men that some people will never know. Because it's our job to be providers and keep going and striving through whatever we're dealing with regardless. Now, I wasn't even trying to, aside from producing and doing stuff, I wasn't trying to do no more music as far as me personally, but God said I had to do it. And this album came to me in a place of pain. And I say that because, as all entrepreneurs in here know, there's only one way to go if you're an entrepreneur, and that's all in. There is no in between. You know, when God gives you the vision, you go, right? So when God gave me this vision to do the film studio, I invested millions into it, getting the equipment, building it out, adding second floors, getting everything done. And I had big contracts from Lionsgate and all these other companies. And once I signed on the line, they were like, "All right, well, you gotta buy this extra stuff so we can get started coming in." So of course, I'm like, okay, I gotta get it. It's not in the budget at the moment, but I can pull a little from the house, I'll pull it here, because the money's coming. And then the writer's strike happened. So for 13 months, I didn't make a dime. I got employees that depend on me. I got my family that depends on me. And it's like you're here and it's just like, boom. I'm like, what happened? And I was in a space to where I was beating myself up and like, all right, am I being the best provider? What could I have done different? And in prayer, God just led me to start writing down all of the ways that I was feeling. And then I started creating music for each way that I was feeling. And then after that, it took 8 months to do this album. Because every day was a journey for me. If I was going through a certain way, I felt a certain way, then God would say, you need to write on that song today. And that's all I would write on. So before you knew it, I had this masterpiece, and God used the pain I was going through to create a project that's going to help men all over the world and break generational curses and build families and take things to another level. So thank you. So that's Human. So what we're going to do is check out some of these songs. I wrote a book to go along with it. So there's affirmations, there's a workbook. And what started off as just an album has turned into a ministry. So now I have all these sponsors coming on board, people wanting to support the whole movement, and we're now doing breakout sessions to where barbershops and cigar lounges are saying, we want to do a human movement. So you guys are going to experience it today, but this is very special because we're going to do men and women. Okay? Because there's so many women that's inspired by the album that's heard it, because they're like, single women are like, hey, learning this helps me know how to get a man. Women in relationships learn a lot more of the things that us as men deal with emotionally but don't know how to articulate. They're like, oh, okay, that's what he means, and now the bond is going stronger. And for us, I promise it's a soundtrack to our life. So, I want to introduce some of the panelists here. Some of my brothers all came out. And did you have anybody else, Dr. Harris? Because what I might want to do is have my sisters on this side. Okay, and I'm going to have my brothers on this side. So, Alex, can I get you to come up here? Come on, ladies. This is going to be fun. I promise. And if you're in the back and want to come a little closer, y'all, we all family. Come in. I want to make sure y'all can see the screen. Can y'all see the screen over there? Y'all good? Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. So. Can you see the screen? You can see the screen good? All right. So, okay, quick disclaimer. I cannot find my cell phone. So if anybody see an iPhone, let me know, because some of the information I'm supposed to do right now is on their phone, and y'all saw me earlier, you know, huh? It's on vibrate, of all things.
Were you charging it? I saw one in the room.
I was
in the classroom.
I was not, unless that's me.
That's one of my grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
Come on with it. Thank you. Come on up here, Rico. Come on, man. You got to join the panel now. You just saved the day. You didn't save the day, brother. Thank you. All right. So, I did some songs. The crazy thing is I had my team create subtitles to all the music. And I've been trying to find my phone to call them to see which Dropbox is in. But I do have the music here. And what's really cool is I made music videos to every song. So you guys are going to experience the song and see the creative side. And then the way the panel is going to work is I'm going to play a song. And I have 4 songs I put aside for the men. And after I play a song, we're going to have a brief discussion and we talk about it, and then I'm going to pass it to you guys and see what you guys felt within the records. And then we're going to switch it to the ladies, because some of the songs on this album is really going to be, like, it's going to be great for them too. So that's how we're going to run the flow of it. Let's see. So I'm going to start. All right, let me go to my list. So men, we're going to start with y'all.
Watch your steps.
All right, so I got 4 songs for y'all. I'm going to let y'all kind of chime in on what topic you would like to pull. You really want to see this Dropbox because I know I have this. They should have did a Dropbox for me with all of the songs the way it needed to be. So let's see here. See if I see something. Okay, finish videos. Let's see if it's calling me. All right, so we just gonna rough it out, and y'all let me know if y'all having trouble hearing the lyrics or anything, and we'll go from there. So the first song we're gonna do, guys, is called. Let's see, which one do we want to do first? I think we should. Anything? Y'all gonna be ready to talk? Anything? Let's have some real discussion here then. All right, so what we're going to start with is Archetype. Okay? Now, this song, because a lot of men that we talk to, that I deal with, they're like, yo, I didn't have any good role models around to tell me what it meant to be a good man or how to do this or that. And so this song actually breaks down the dynamic as us men, because we're sponges and we're looking to soak up knowledge. And a lot of times we're around people that give us terrible information. And we become these things because that's what we hear, and that's the archetype. Somebody told us that don't cry, suck it up. And we became this emotionless thing, suppressing emotions. Somebody told us a few other things that the song's gonna talk about. But we're gonna go ahead and play the record, and then we're gonna chime in with y'all, and looking forward to see what you guys think, all right? So this is Archetype. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Are these the ones? Okay, so we'll come here. We'll just play the one from my computer.
Archetype means a very typical example of a certain person.
I'm going to cut the music down a little bit. My bad, y'all. Tell me, is that better?
Or thing. Archetype means an example of a certain person.
That's better? Yes, sir. Yeah. Turn it up just a little bit. Okay, how about, let's try a sound check. How about this?
Have you ever thought about how many archetypes you became to become who you are today? While y'all was playing with My Little Ponies, Barbies, planning our future weddings, tea parties, double dutching, get in trouble, much cheesy bake up and let the cake bubble up. When we were kids, we playing with G.I. Joe's, Nintendos, everything simple. Ready to take on the world, how do we do it? We need more info. We became sponges, soaking up knowledge, whether it's true or not. It became a part of our DNA, whatever you say, then we obey. You said that we were supposed to be strong, don't show emotions, we said okay. That is the Superman archetype that we fight with until this day. We can't feel no pain, hide it, then you feeling ashamed. Give ourselves pep talks in the mirror, you man, suck it up, that didn't help maintain. This somebody told us that we had to be hardcore to get respect. That was the birth of the gangster archetype. Let me see who I could check. Now it's bullying, but back then we was switching up planes and troubles with. Watching colors, getting our game together, bumping NWA. Wish somebody would try, scared, but knew we couldn't back down. Somebody said the school wasn't cool, that's when we became class clown. The player archetype was born, telling us we'll get bored with one. Coming up in age, we were virgins trying to score with one. I fell in love with her and got joked on for adoring one. You ain't cool unless you pimpin', told me I had to have more than one. That's the best advice that y'all could feed us, so-called leaders. It's like you set us up to defeat us, making us gangsters, making us cheaters. Throwing your fears on us, taking away our visions, and we believe it. Gave up on your dreams cause somebody told you you couldn't achieve. One of my homeboys was down bad, broke down, handed him a tissue. His wife wouldn't leave him, saying he's overbearing, he got abandonment issues. There I walked out on him as a child, y'all can't get along while you're tired now. People were watching his mom and dad, they argued, they used to fight a lot. We don't have the training or skill to fix our ourselves so we became these things. Then we grow up lost, trying to right or wrong, gotta reclaim these dreams. Trying to keep it real to ourselves, yeah, we truly are. Realizing we know what we are, but don't know who we are. Peeling off these layers, trying to reach the centerpiece. Before I got corrupted, the little boy that I call inner peace. Gotta connect with him, I'm lost, I've never been this virgin of myself. I can finally grow and get to love myself.
Brick by brick, had to learn to build. Gotta learn the scars, had to learn to kill. When you a king, you can't compare you to a prototype. How it felt to know that you were just an archetype. You know the streets ain't playing fair. Be selective about who come around here. When you a king, you can't compare you to a prototype. How it felt to know that you were just an archetype. I'm a one-on-one, so far gone from all the other ones. When you a king, you can't compare you to a prototype. How it felt to know that you were just an archetype. Can only be me, can only be me. God's my judge, you're obsolete. Can only be me, can only be me. God's my judge, you're obsolete.
That was archetype. With my man, Lucci. What's up, man? Why you all the way in the back, man? That's my brother Lucci, right? Can you come on the stage, man? Can you come join the brothers? The sisters got y'all outnumbered. This is my brother, one of our artists that was on singing the hook on that record, Archetype. That's Lucci. Right? Along with my brother Jay Morris. You can go around that way. Okay, so brothers, let's talk about it. Archetype. We're gonna move quick because we're gonna keep the rhythm going. We got some songs to get through. So, who wants to start?
I can start.
Go ahead. What's your take on it, brother?
My first take on Archetype. I'm Star Power, by the way. Nice to meet every lovely one of you in here tonight. My very first encounter with the fact that I had emulated an archetype was right after high school. Being in the Navy, coming home, see who was the love of my life at that time, just to learn that the type of love that was expected, I had fed into the archetype, meaning if you don't do this, or this based on your culture, your zip code, your hood, where you grew up, he don't love you. And it was false. My first time international, I'm getting love, agape, from people who don't even know me. I come home to who was the high school sweetheart, and I'm getting a different energy that was not representative of what I had learned in my travels. That was the very first time that I learned that not only is the archetype a thing, but if you're not careful on what you latch onto as those examples, when there's gaps in the space, you might grow up and get over 30 and be like, wow, if somebody had told me that when I was 16, I might have made different decisions.
Yeah. Anybody else want to chime in?
First of all, that song was dope. I peeped all the lyrics and everything, and I was fine. But it really resonates with me because it's part of the beginning of my journey of why I'm here today. Doing what I'm doing, rapping, speaking, is a long time ago. Majority of my peers was gang related. I was in the West Coast, and I don't want no smoke. I was scared because I knew how close death really could be, and I took my life and my soul serious, and I didn't want to leave this earth in the wrong state. So I had a fear of God, but I also wanted to fit in, and so I was struggling with that, and I was disillusioned by religious people in the church. But I knew that God had to be real. But anyway, so one time I was talking to God. I didn't really, I know y'all have that experience where you feel like you're talking to yourself, but you're really praying. And I was thinking, And I was, I grew up on a lot of gangster rap, so I was seeing how whatever the rappers do, they start dressing like it, they start wearing the same clothes, they start trying to actually live what these rappers ain't even living. They telling the false narrative of murder and destruction and self-hate, and they not even living that, but they promoting it. And so I was talking to God, and I was like, Lord, somebody should, everything they do, like what I said, and then I was like, somebody should tell the truth in the music. And he was like, you can do it. Why don't you do it? You should do it. And I didn't want to be a leader. I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want to put myself out there. But he put conviction on me, and that started my journey of going in that direction.
Much love. All right, so I got something for you special. Trust me, I got something for you. So, anybody from the crowd have any input they want to share that tied in or something that resonated with this song? Yeah? If not, I might use this one. Let me use this mic over here. And then we're going to go on to the next record. We're going to have some fun here. Go ahead. Okay.
I just want to say thank you, Dr. Harris. This is an amazing program, and also you, sir. Love what you have done, not only for your community, but you have saved your own self and your own soul. Dealing with the archetype, I believe that the archetype also went to the women. The archetype today seems to either be a hoochie mama, or to be whorish, or to I don't need a man, to a lot of negative things. And I'm noticing that a lot of the younger men are going for the older women, because the younger women, the archetype that they are, the narrative that they are spinning and they're on is not conducive to a relationship or friendship or anything.
Amen. Preach. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, I can't wait to get to the ladies' side. All right, so look, we're about to go to another record. So this record is called I'm Human. And this one is the title for this album. And this is what a lot of us men go through. So let's hear Human. Shout out to Joe starring in the video there. All right, let's go. Up and it's bad enough that I ain't got it money tight. Clocking into this daily job, taking up all my time. If I just quit, I swear I would, but I need every dime. My supervisor overlooking me, already lost. Brought in a new hire for me to train so he could be my boss. Time to get off, I'm out of here, hit the slab, glad I'm gone. Pull up in the driveway, daddy's home. Head right to the kitchen, cooking dinner for the kids. Wife be looking kind of upset, I'm wondering what I did. I see your body language, what's wrong, babe, please explain it. You sick and tired of how we living and you want some changes. I'm giving it everything I got, you telling me to try a little harder. I'm human, baby, I ain't Jesus, I can't make wine for water. Queen, I'm asking for your patience, compassion at least. I'm at war in this world, at home I need peace. Hey, let's go. Like the husband, the father, provider, I'm human, no AI, no AI. The husband, the father, provider, I'm human, no AI, no AI. Black men are dying, clenching his chest. Mental need help, stressing to death. Not about self, we trying to provide. You can lift us up and show us love while we dying inside. I just lost my grandma, man, it hurts a lot. Reliving the pain cause they buried her right next to Pops. Nobody taught us how to grieve, I kept it bottled up. I don't know, all my life it wasn't honorable to be vulnerable. Show some tears, that meant that you weak. Wipe them off your cheek. If I deny emotions, I cannot be the realest versions of me. Please allow me to speak to all the good men, not the dead beats. Cause we go hard, but you wanna put us all in the same category like a RICO chart. Easy until proven otherwise. I'm like the other guys who go to battle. A good effort's getting overshadowed. Press start, they bustin' pipe, but we all down and still shining. Keep pursuing, be careful what you're doing. I'm human, I'm human. Hey, hey. The husband, the father, provider, I'm human. No AI, no AI, no AI. The husband, the father, provider, I'm human. No AI, no AI. Let's go. It's for the real man. Let's go. If ain't nobody giving you your flowers, you get them right now. Hey. Right. That's right. You're welcome. All right. All right. So, man, okay, who we got for this one over here? I want to shout out my man. I'm gonna shout out my man Rick Mathis, man. Film extraordinary. I mean, he do so many great things, man. Thank you for coming out, bro. So we doing the panel. So these couple of songs, we're gonna have the man chime in, and then we're gonna switch it over and let the ladies turn up. So who resonated with this record? Is there anything that tapped the chord or something that you want to share, man? Spirit lead anybody to chime in on this one.
I'll be quick. Oh, I'll be quick. I always have a lot to say, so I'll be quick. I was trying to give someone else a turn, but it all resonated with me because it's real. Anything that's real resonates with me. And part of, you was talking about the archetype, part of us as men is that we gotta be strong. And one thing that I learned, my strength, there's strength actually in vulnerability because it gives other people permission to be themselves and let their guard down with you, especially if you're a minister or artists are ministers automatically. Absolutely. It depends on what we minister in though. We all minister in something. But if you are an artist, you are already imparting into people. But if you let them know it's okay to be real, to be vulnerable, that you don't have to even be perfect to follow God. You don't have to be perfect. Because in us of faith, it is our strength is admitting our weakness to the Most High, and then He is strong through us. And so if we show that example of true strength is being humble, true strength is being real, true strength is being vulnerable and not just pretending. And so I think that that's something a lot of young men really need to know about.
Amen. Appreciate it, bro. Now, I'm gonna put somebody else on the spot. Come on, Rick, talk to me, man. So that's the title song, I'm Human. What you grab, man?
First off, my name is Dr. Rick Mathis. I'm a filmmaker from the west side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, want to give you your props, you and your team, man, for putting this event together, man. This is timely that we have this conversation around music when we have we're embarking on such a serious presidential election. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to slow the music down and have these conversations where we have the females and the males talking about music. You know what I'm saying? Because media is the thing that's really controlling the minds of the masses. So by changing the lyrics and by changing the narrative of what we're typically hearing and seeing on radio and on TV, you know what I'm saying? It's a big deal, and I think it's timely, man. So I just wanted to give you your props for that.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. Go ahead, Luch.
Hey, everybody. I feel like this record in particular, it's all known that women are natural nurturers. So with women being natural nurturers, men have the tendency to be, especially when you feel like when you know that you're an alpha male, that you must provide. And being a provider isn't the easiest task. So at the end of the day, you don't want to bring your problems from the outside into your house, but at the same time, you don't want to meet the problems from the outside at the door when you walk into the house either. You understand what I'm saying? So when you pray and you know God, you know that the battle never stops, but at the same time, you don't want to feel the conflict of battling outside and trying to battle inside the house. Like, it got to be some peace, some balance somewhere. So coming to a meeting of the minds between a man and a woman that understands nurturing and providing, I feel like is very necessary.
Thank you, brother. That's strong. And Art, tell them who you are, because the next song I was going to have you really go in, but go and talk to him, brother. Because you're the most human brother I know. If you got some spirit lead, you go ahead, my brother.
But first of all, I think we need to have honest conversations and say that a lot of times we're not given a platform to be transparent and to be vulnerable with women,
right?
Because it's a double standard, pretty much. A woman can come home venting, talking about what she got had up, what's going on with her girl's job, or even our internal problems in our relationship. And we're supposed to listen, be receptive to that. But when the man wants to, let me say this, an emotionally intelligent man wants to express himself and talk about how he feels or what's going on with him in his work, in the workplace or whatever, he's considered a whiner, a complainer, he's sensitive, he's soft. Now, that don't sound personal. I'm telling you how men feel. That's why men don't like to share or when they're vulnerable with women, because you make them feel like he's not being a man. That's not what men do. That's how men are raised. That's why men from boys are raised not to share your emotions, not to show your emotions, because you'll be judged or you'll be criticized for sharing your emotions.
So, brother, just a quick.
Wait, one more thing I'll say. I just want to add on to what he's saying.
Okay, come on, bro. I gotta hear.
I just want to add on to what he's saying real quick. Sometimes men have a problem articulating ourselves emotionally. So sometimes we need a little bit of time to be able to express ourselves properly, because we don't always have the words to say. But as long as you give us a little bit of time and don't try to force it out of us, you'll get a better response from us.
Talk to me, boss. Okay, listen, I'll just share with you, I love this. For this to be able to make sense, you really need to be here tomorrow. You understand that? It's very, very important. See, the key component is who a man is and who a woman is supposed to be, not by man, not by the system that I was talking to you about. Everything you are talking to you here now is about the system that the devil has created. This is how a woman's supposed to be, and this is how a man's supposed to be. Now, I will show you the system that initially God created, that you will see that when God said to you, a man, you need a help, that help has to be better than you. Now you need to be able to accept that woman is better than you. And I will show you, both scientifically and also spiritually, that scientifically, only one side of a man's brain function, the right side. Scientifically, two sides of a woman's brain function. I will show you. So the whole concept is, it makes what you are doing, it is very key. Because otherwise, it is like, it's still the old system that we are talking about. What he said, he's right. Sorry, what he's saying is good, but not right. Because, okay, yeah, there's a difference between good and right. What is good is temporal. What is right is permanent. Don't worry, I will show you. But it is key to understand that as a man who is supposed to be, a man is supposed to empower a woman. Now, if a man empowers a woman to do greatness, then the man, when he's expressing himself, he will not feel that what? He's weak. Don't let me go on. Come on with it. Hold on. No, this is getting good. Hold on now. Hold on. No, I thought y'all gonna have y'all whole time. Hold on.
This is our turn, ladies. Thank you. We got 4 songs, ladies. I would like to say something to ladies. I agree with Dr. Charles, what he said, but we have to also understand the mindset of a lot of modern women. Modern women. The mindset of a lot of modern women. Go ahead, talk to me.
I receive what everybody is saying, including the doctor. The process, KO, where I'm happy that we're here, is the in-between piece. When there are no mentors, when there are no men and women standing up to provide that education or that platform where you can learn how to express intelligently, how to be vulnerable, and how to be able to communicate to the sister, you got a giant gap. So going from, I don't know what I'm doing as a child, growing into a man, to empowering a powerful woman, it's a lot of space in between. That's all I wanted to say. You're filling the gap, bro, and I appreciate it.
Honestly, do I need to stand up? Because I'm trying to speak and say something. And I just won't. I think you should not give her that microphone yet. That is not, no. She shouldn't have it yet. No, it ain't that. No, we got 4 songs. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. I have to stand up, get it out. See?
But I was agreeing with y'all. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying.
No,
let me say what
she can't even agree yet. You got 4 songs before you can agree. As men, this is what we have to fight. We have to fight.
When is I ain't seen nobody say y'all cool. Where's y'all at in it?
I'll say it. Excuse me. See what I'm talking about right now?
Hip hop and beat.
I'm trying to get it out, sister. No, what it is that a lot of modern women think that it should be 50-50. Let me finish. The woman always has more work. Listen, the woman has always had more work. Well, y'all want 50-50. Listen to what I'm saying, ladies. Why do you want it to be 50-50? You should never do 50. You should always do less. Listen, I'm trying to get, you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the man should always have more of that high responsibility to do. Always. You know why? Because God gave us more strength in certain areas than he did the woman. That's the only reason why. That part.
Thank you very much, brother. All right. I know he done got everybody riled up. Hold up. See, everybody want to comment now. We ain't gonna make it through these songs doing stuff like that. All right. Okay. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Because I gotta have 30 seconds with this young lady here. Here we go.
So all I wanted to say was, first of all, I think that a lot of y'all that was talking missed the whole song. The question was, the song was about being human. And when you looked at the things that he was saying, it was as if he was being judged because of the things that he tried to do so well, it was not enough. One of the things that women miss, and see, y'all thought that I was gonna come against a man. I stand with the man. I stand with the man because I understand the privileges of a woman. When a woman is in her place, then she understands that she don't have to compete with a man in the first place. The second thing is that when a woman understands that a man is a man of God and not a God of man, then she don't expect more of him than what, society has painted it as a picture that has to be rewritten and redrawn all over again. Because see, the thing is that a man of God is a man that is not perfect in humanness, but he can still be perfected in God. And a lot of times society has painted the picture that we have to have a man that's painted perfect according to society. And a lot of times women miss out on good men because they're looking for that picture that has been painted. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, you hold on, no, I can't, y'all finna get y'all whole time. And I promise the songs I picked for y'all, they gonna be begging for the mic, and it's all y'all, I promise. You good, sis?
Okay, I just want to say something. Good evening, everyone. Honor to you, I respect you, Dr. Harris, respect you as well in your respectable places. I understand it's like a man versus woman, but speaking from I'm just saying, it's not saying that it is, but speaking because I am a woman, we just got to be honest with ourselves, ladies. When it comes to the video, what I took from me, you got a lot of stress on you as a man. Right. But as a woman, we have to put our men in that space to where they can come home, relax, let me speak on it, because let's just be honest. Women want a man that's paying all the bills, but let's just be honest. Are you cooking every day? Is he coming home to a clean house? Because people speak on tradition, and that's how people say, oh, that's how my grandmama did it, that's how my mama did it. My parents have been married 35 years on the 22nd. My mother has not punched the clock since 95. My dad has always paid the bills, but my dad understood. When he came home, there was a meal on the table. The kids were where they needed to be. So in that video, you're saying I'm human, but everybody got to give themselves some grace. Right. Two, you're not Superman. You can't carry the world on your back. And if, as a woman, we see our men go out in the world and they have to deal with all of that, we should at least create a space where they can come home. I don't have a man that's going to really sit and open up and speak to me. He has to have a moment. But guess what? With time, I learned that we have to be able to learn our men, and men, you have to be able to learn your woman. Trust, when we in the kitchen cleaning and we playing music, it has nothing to do with we had a bad day. I need a moment. I'm about to spaz out on you and these kids. So this is my safe space. My safe space, I clean. I got OCD real bad. I clean, I'm a germaphobe. Can you come to my house? Yes, ma'am. I will. But that's just me. But in that song, it even spoke to me on a different level. It's twofold today. As a single woman, not as a single woman, but as a single parent, I had to do that by myself until I got the man that I have now, who is now able to help me. It's not him taking control or doing this and doing that. It's a sense of helping each other. And it's more of, I think society has built this thing where the man said a modern woman. I don't know what a modern woman is. I know what a woman is. I know what a man is because I have an example based on my father, based on my 6 brothers, based on the man that I prayed for that came into my life. My relationship is far from perfect, but like I said, like our motto is, it's us against the world, not the world against us. That's just that. But thank you for your song.
Come on with it, sis. That's what I'm talking about. Hold it. We got swear. Just hold on. Hold on. We didn't spend too much time on this one. Hold up. I got y'all. I got you, Rico. Hold up, now, hold on. Hold on. All right, no, it ain't. All right, so now, here's the choice. I got a choice, fellas. There's 2 topics that we can hit. And then the final one is gonna be the song I did on mental health. That's a powerful one. But we got two topics. We can do one on anger, and this song is about that moment when we get pushed to our limit and we black out, and we know it's all bad when you black out, and this is the song that you will listen to before you get there. Or we can do the song on the gangster archetype. I mean, the gangster archetype is a real thing here, but do we want to do anger or the gangster archetype? Huh? What y'all think? Anger? All right, let's go anger. All right, y'all, here we go. All right, fellas, y'all ready? Let's go.
Hold up, bro. I know you mad right now, man. But before you do anything crazy, I need you to do something for me. Breathe. Why you wanna get me mad? Why you wanna push my buttons? Devil trying to take my peace, leave me in the dirt with nothing. If I black out, I'ma lose control. The enemy's got me, pulling my string like a puppet, a muppet. I ain't no good if I'm raising a ruckus. There's no reason, and you on a warpath, you man can't let it go. Over the green, you raging, turned into the Hulk, incredible. So many dead and locked up for BS. I'll get to the bigger point. We gotta heal, get rid of them trigger points. Hitting them trigger points, that's what the trigger points. Hold up, wait, man, please, hold up, chill, breathe, hold up, nah, don't do it, hold up, wait, breathe, hold up, hey, please stop, hold on, just breathe, hold on, breathe, hold on, breathe. God said the devil can't touch us. If we harm ourselves, then that's free game. Free will get us in trouble. Lose us some time we can't regain. He ain't had to take that life. He still could have been outside. Maybe it's because of pride that he couldn't let it slide. Say that you standing on business. Now they just hand you a sentence. Leave you with all of this time to think about the stuff I just mentioned. Could've walked away and been sensible, but it was all about the principle. You ain't invincible, pads, bandages, stopping your leakage like you on your ministry. Hold up, wait, man, please, hold up, chill, breathe, hold up, nah, don't do it, hold up, wait, breathe, hold up, hey, please stop, hold on, just breathe, hold on, breathe, hold on, breathe.
Now, see, listen, we don't even gotta keep going back and forth.
Talking to you like that.
See, I'm not in the building now. I can do this with or without you.
Then you better watch your tone. All of that energy redirect. I'm telling you, you're doing too much. I don't do well with the disrespect. Words cut deep and you know it. I'm down to the floor and you put me below it. I'm walking away, count to 10 to make a point. Make sure I don't reach my breaking point. Hurt people, gotta realize they ain't in their right mind. Stay focused, y'all. If you wanna argue with a fool, tell me who the real fool is. Both of y'all. And don't let the liquor get in you. You're playing with fire, get heated, it might burn you. Domestic violence disputes break loose. You be in here looking like Ike Turner. Hold up, wait, man, please, hold up, chill, breathe, hold up, nah, don't do it, hold up, wait, breathe, hold up, hey, please stop, hold on, just breathe, hold on, breathe, hold on, breathe, breathe.
Anybody say something? You was cold on this beat.
Thank you. Come on. Thank you, sis. Come on, sis. Thank you. All right, so I wanna introduce you guys to my brother, Art Powell, gang expert. He's got a story out of this world. If you can give me an accelerated version of what it is, and then give me what you thought of this record. And I just want to hear it, man. Talk to me.
But first of all, I wanted to say that what I said, I wasn't saying it towards all women. I was just letting you all know that when you hear a lot of men that don't like to share or they don't want to talk about things, it's because of how they've been raised. Like, even I've seen women, and even I was experiencing as a young boy myself, when I cried, my mother said, "Stop crying, don't be a sissy." You know what I'm saying? So it makes a man kind of shelter his feelings and his emotions and share those things with you.
Thank you.
Exactly, that part. And so it's hard to be in the space to be able to share how you feel when you feel like you're being over-taught or redirected, or like I said earlier, you know, you being shunned for saying, hey, you whining, I don't want to hear that right there. I got my own stuff going on, but you don't get this man a safe space to be able to express himself. That's my only point I was making earlier.
That's the one. So talk to us, brother.
All right, so
who is Art Powell? Talk to me.
So in a nutshell, I started banging in 1984 when I was 15. Ran with one of the most notorious gangs in Atlanta in the 80s and the 90s. I went to prison in 93, came home in 2005. I served 11 and a half years in prison. I went to 60 in prison in the state. Came home. My last 4 years of seeing the influx of young black men in the system. I was in my mid-30s doing time with kids, young men 17, 18, 19 years old. I had a son that was 3.5 years old when I went in. He was 15 when I came home. So I wanted to be his role model. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to tell these young guys the truth. So I created programs, curriculum. And for the past, I've been out 19 years. For the past 18 years, I've been pretty much big on family engagement because, you know, we can work with a young man or a young woman that's been impacted by trauma or post-traumatic stress from being in the communities where they're taught at the age of 5, when you hear gunshots hit the floor, how that affects a young person, a child growing up. And so if we learn that when we work with young people, that if what we're sharing with them is not being, you know, revisited in a home by the parents, and that child is like, we're not really helping that child. So we focus on high-risk youth, meaning those who've been identified as documented gang members who have committed violent acts of crime, or I work with young men from the Department of Juvenile Justice and young men, adult men coming home from prison. So all those different areas. But I was an angry young man. I didn't see my father until I was 31 in prison. So I never had a perspective or understanding of what manhood was. My image of manhood was a gangster or a pimp. So like in his first song, when he was saying dealing with different women, that's what I seen coming up. So as a young man, I grew up dealing with multiple women because they accepted it. And a lot of times, when you put me in a position to say, okay, I accept this, knowing that we deal with other women, what do you expect you're gonna do? You know, so as far as being angry, committing violent acts, I was in shootout with the police, so that's what sent me to prison.
Where in Dunwoody?
I was in Roswell.
You a bad boy. He didn't shoot out with the police in Roswell. That's a different kind of
I was in Roswell. But so the thing was, I knew I had been impacted by trauma, things I had suppressed, so I didn't address those issues till I was 25 in prison, talking to a counselor. And so that's why I pushed that. You know, for so long, we as African Americans have looked at that as a you know, like, that's something we don't do. We don't get counseling, we don't get any type of assistance when we haven't dealing with mental health or dealing with trauma when we've been impacted by trauma. We never address those issues. And so that transitioned into adulthood, and then we pass that on to our children. And those issues have never been addressed. So I'm big on that in what I do, but you know, I just to be honest. So I'm a single father of 3 children, 3 sons. I have 3 sons that I've had custody for the past 3 years, and that's why I kind of said a double standard. Because when men date women, they automatically know what comes with that woman. When I date you, your children are a package deal. They come with that. I have to love them, be the stepfather, be the dad, provide for them as well as provide for you. But for a man that has children, women are not accepted to that. They don't want to deal with a man that has children. I'm just no, I'm saying so.
I had 3, and I did it on my own, sir, so I understand.
Yeah, so I'm saying, but that was it. I'm just saying, like, so what I mean by that is that a lot of times when men feel like when you feel like men don't really want to, they're not open, they don't want to share, they want to talk, it's because of those type of situations that they have to deal with. So that's
Thank you. Let's come back here to y'all real quick, and then we're gonna go to the crowd real quick and play the last song so we can get to my queens.
At the bottom of the top,
I want to say something real quick. I want to say something.
Because we done heard a whole lot.
Let me just get this out the fact, and I had this in my head. Just to go back to what you were saying before, you were saying, all right, that creative women are supposed to be better than us, but I think that we definitely are supposed to be equal, first of all. We're supposed to actually complement each other, but to get back to the issue of modern women, is even when you talk about this situation right here in this song about anger and all that, like, because the nature of work has kind of changed, where we're not doing so much physical labor as much, there's a lot of mental-based ways to make money, and because of that, women are making a lot of money now too. Women are working. It's not the same dynamic necessarily, but men still have the same instincts as far as wanting to provide and wanting to be the head of the household. So trying to make that actually happen now when women, it's not the same dynamic. And when you get back into just trying to figure out I don't want to say that, like trying to control your anger. In a lot of these situations, if you have a woman who, like when you talk about the modern woman, a lot of times you like what we're thinking about is the independent like archetype, the self-sufficient. So in that situation, a lot of the times you do see women might take the time, they might talk to you in a kind of way and be more provoking and try to do stuff to get you in a situation where they know also that the law is in their favor and a lot of these kind of things. That's why I like this other song. I want to tie that together where it's like you're going to have to learn to stop, breathe sometimes, because you might have somebody that know how to press your buttons, know that you don't take certain kind of stuff, and then they going, all right, I'm going to push you to that point. I'm going to play with you like that. And I know I got money. I know I got this. I don't like those. That's what we talk about. We talk about the modern women now, because it's become a kind of thing where it's like, it's how do you actually still, because the instinct is there to want to provide for men, but it's like, how do we actually realistically make that happen when the dynamics now aren't really, it's not traditional dynamics really exist. But yeah, back to
all right, cool. So, hold on.
I want to say something positive. Can I say one positive thing? I want to say one positive thing. This conversation, everybody is expressing themselves, and I appreciate everybody's expression, but I feel like we're getting off track, because I feel like it's not us against y'all.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Us together.
Absolutely not.
And so when we express how we feel, and we use generalities, it's not applying to everybody in this room, regardless of your gender. But the thing is when the anger ties in with it. We have generational trauma, all of us in this room, and we are taking it out on each other, just like this sister over here said. It's not us against each other, it's us against the world. And the world come in, and the enemy come in and try to trigger that trauma, that mother wound, that father wound, that past relationship wound, for us to fight each other when we're supposed to be protecting each other. We're supposed to be healing together. We're supposed to be healing together. We're supposed to.
Nobody. I understand, but it was. I think that this is a beautiful thing that this album is doing, because there's so many wounds and hurt, trauma. So this is the first piece of healing. you have to first embrace and understand that there is a problem, right? And in the mix of the healing process, there's bumpy roads. There are going to be things, you know, that's just how it falls. But the key of it is today we're starting that process. So everything may not sound lovely and peachy, but it's life, and everyone has different trauma. It works on all of us in different ways. So go ahead, Lucci, and then I'm going to go to the last song.
Okay, cool. So I was about to say expression doesn't mean that it's an attack. And most people take expressions as an attack because most people get so defensive. That's one of the things I want to say. This is not an attack on either side. This is a way to get an understanding on either side so that we can have a better mindset about this. And yeah, it's about building with each other, especially in our communities. And the other thing that I wanted to say was to rebuttal what Doc said. One of my problems when it comes to God, because I truly love God. When it comes to a woman being a helpmate, I feel like that's where a lot of men are getting it wrong at. Because at the end of the day, Genesis 2 says, when he made man, he said, I didn't make man to be alone. I made man to be a help. I made woman to be a helpmeet. Not a helpmate, a helpmeet. So we meet each other's requirements. That's why we're supposed to walk beside each other and help each other, because we're supposed to be beside each other. They ain't supposed to be, I got your back, you got my back. We're supposed to hold each other up. So that's where the disconnect is coming in at. And that's Bible.
Come on now, put the word.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, so this last song for us men.
Yeah.
No. But everyone needs to hear this song regardless. This song is a very important song. Yeah, the floor is theirs. Y'all done. Y'all done, they ready. And all right, so this song.
I'm the moderator.
Right. I got you. All right. Yeah, go and give her the mic, please. Give the queen the mic. My partner in crime. All right, so with this song, can we get some of those lights dim? Because I want y'all to see this video and really soak this one in. Because this one right here is a very powerful record. All right? And this is all about trauma.
It's a part of you that's missing and you can't feel it. So much love you got built up, but you can't give it. She won't let you see your child in this predicament. She paint pictures like you the deadbeat when you a willing participant. You feeling helpless, begging and pleading for show you wait. Holding the kids ransom, no demand letters, no negotiating. She just mad, still an issue. It didn't work out, now she hurting and want everyone to feel it with you. Another situation with a young boy that was being abused by his mother. He could have got help, but he refused. He protected her and didn't want to be in the system. But yearning for love, his mom never hugged him or kissed him. The sight of her son reminded her of his daddy. She cringed, taking her pain out on him like some kind of revenge. Now he's drawn to women he's been with, he's never content with. Struggling with trauma from his mama, built up resentment. Ain't no quick fixes for healing, it can last a while. Let's take a second to shed light on the bastard child. Born out of wedlock, neglected and wondering why you, your dad can't break his happy home up, so he denied you. This one's deep, I can't imagine, don't know how to assess it. A young boy taken advantage of, getting molested. It ain't your fault, but still gotta deal with the anger and pain. Kept it a secret, eating you up cause you're feeling ashamed. Tired of hurting, ready to go. Can't escape, I'm letting you know. You gotta stop running, this ain't no relay. It's okay not to be okay, let's start without no delay. We gotta get to the root of this. Can't stay jumping up in your mind, we need to talk it out with a professional. I ain't seen no therapist, what you talking about? You break a bone in your body and go see the doctor and everything heals. Your mind and emotions is broken and that pain kills. But you neglected like the pain is gonna fix itself. Put that pride away and get some help. Stop running from it, go ahead and run to it. It hurts, but if you face it head on, the healing starts to happen the minute you run through it. Release the toxins from your heart, the blockage in your mind. You gotta walk through that fire to come out refined. I'm right in it.
a dark path to a bright entrance. Trauma's a fact of life, but doesn't have to be a life sentence. This ain't the time to be complacent, let the fear die. Embrace it all, after every storm comes a clear sky. You got this.
Even a broke clock is right 2 times a day. All the other moments lacking true clarity. Hard for crumble crayons, the color in between the lines. Can get the job done fine, but I promise there's a better way. And that better way's through therapy. Then get down on your knees and pray. God, please don't let my life be a parody. Cause nothing's funny right here, no ha. When you try to get the friends, it's blah, blah, blah. Covering up your pain with the camouflage. Whiskey pills, blunts, and that Budweiser. Suicidal tendencies with homicidal thoughts. On social media, praying like there's nothing wrong. Mayday, like the stuff you need a vacay. You would trade it all in if you could find a safe place. Patience is a virtue, but you're virtually depleted. God, please send you warring angels, cause we need it. Trying to build your self-esteem, but some call it conceited. Emotionally in battle, trying not to be defeated. Even a broke clock is right 2 times a day. All the other moments lacking true clarity. Hard for crumble crayons, the color in between the lines. Can get the job done fine, but I promise there's a better way. And a better way's through therapy. Then get down on your knees and pray. God, please don't let my life be a parody.
All right. Thank you. So,
Hell yeah.
any of my, you want anyone in the crowd to, anyone want to chime in on that record?
Yeah, just before we go.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening. First of all, I want to salute you for such an excellent platform to bring discussion and healing to our community and to the cities we live in. Thank you. My name is Dr. Rhoda Diana-Lawley. I'm a nurse physicist, and I was an abused child, abandoned at 4 years old. And my father was so broken and so hurt. He tried to abort me in the womb of my mother at 5 months old. He beat her, unmerciful. What is happening in America right now in our community, 9 out of 10 young women will be sexually molested before the age of 18, and 8 out of 10 young men. There's such a hush and there's such a taboo right now in our sexuality that needs to be healed, and it has to begin with understanding why God made us sexual, and the gift of being able to procreate, to reap, to birth the next generation, because number one, He's given us so many innate abilities. So many of us have gifts and talents in areas that we didn't even study. And so, having been a woman of color that had to deal with a father that was raging and tried to abort me, and then having to deal with being sexually assaulted in the church, by the assistant pastor, in the Sunday school room. I thank God because it was black men who restored me. It was black men who returned my dignity. It was black men who taught me, you sit over there on that seat, you're on this date with me, and I'm gonna come around and get you out. In fact, you're an astronaut. They said, I got you, and I'm gonna restore you. And so, we have the capacity to heal each other. We have the capacity to restore each other. We have the capacity to reset and renew. And I'm so excited about this generation. So by the Spirit of the living God, I speak an anointing over all of you. I speak the fire of the Holy Spirit. That number one, you know the prayer watches. There are 8 prayer watches when angels come to this earth to assist you to get the job done. Yes. Study them. Just say, Google what's the prayer watches. Google what angels are in the earth right now. Google will tell you what angels are in the earth to help you with whatever you're petitioning. And may the Spirit of the living God download wisdom beyond your years and the courage not only to heal you and reset you, but give you the courage to go into hellfire after those in our community that are lost from love. May the Lord God bless you and keep you in the name of Yeshua.
So there's people over here that want to speak really quick, but I do have to say this. And thank you, Dr. Olale.
That's right, Doctor.
This project, when I was sitting in the studio last week and I was listening to some of these songs, it resonated with me, and what it made me understand even the more, something that I've always understood in my mature days. Because see, in immaturity, you see it's the woman against the man. In maturity, then you understand that it's not a woman against a man, it's people against people, things against things, and hurt against hurt. And when we get out of that mindset, it's really not even just your mind. When I said earlier that you have to check your heart. When life happens, which it happens to everybody, everybody's story is different. I got one longer than this whole building. One of them is that I'm 50 years old and I have 17 grandchildren, and on Monday I'll have my 18th grandchild. Wow. But my grandmother, she never got to see any of her grandchildren because my grandfather shot and killed her in front of my mother at 16 and then killed himself. People don't know the places that people come from. And so when you think of life, you have to understand what life really is. Life is a lot of things that people have to go through called a journey. Everybody's journey is different, but the end result should be the same. And that's that the one that gives us life every day gets the glory out of all of our story. When you understand that your purpose is not about you, it's about those who you are assigned to. When you understand that sometimes you might have to go through things because you're equipped to go through them before you're even born. Somebody else might not have been able to handle it, so you stop them from having to go through those things. Then you start seeing things totally different. Women, we have to get to the place of true healing.
Yes.
Men, you have to get to the place of true healing. The only way that we do these things is not by continuing to press our hurt on one another, but understanding that everybody hurt.
Yes.
And the end result to everybody hurting is healing.
Yes.
And when we do those things, and you see things change. That's why I was so fascinated about this project, because even though it's human, we're women. And at the end of the day, we're human. And we still have encountered a lot of things in life, all of us. But one thing that we have as a common denominator is the ability to be healed, set free, and delivered from it. You have to want it though. You have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want it. And some of the things that I was hearing, you know, when it started almost becoming like a tug of war, I don't like that. I don't like it because it's not God. And it's not positive. This project is going to be a multi-platinum project. And you know why it's going to be a multi-platinum project? Because God is in it, and God is now coming back taking his people by storm. When I created the Blackwood Worldwide, the new entertainment industry, drawing God's people back to him, and I sat there and I started listening to this project, I said, no, this ain't just no project, this is ministry.
Yes.
And in this season, I'm going to just say this and then I'm going to pass the mic. If you are a person of God, for real, then you do understand that in this season, God is not doing things the traditional way.
Yes.
He's coming back to get his people. That's what this is all about here today. When we finish with this here, we're doing an induction, and you know what that induction says? That induction says the real Black kings and queens worldwide are those who understand that they were born with a purpose. Not only born with a purpose, but they're willing to